Hey guys, it's Micah here, and today I'll be showing you how to use the limiter in Ableton Live. The limiter effect is a dynamic range processor that ensures that the output does not exceed a specified level. Limiters are usually used on the master track. In fact, they're usually used as the last audio effect after all your plugins. This is done to prevent clipping. Basically, a limiter is a compressor with an infinite ratio. If you're not sure what a compressor is or how to use one, please check out this video in which I explain it. But in this tutorial, I'm going to assume you know what compression is. So this little device is really simple to use. You don't have a lot of controls. You've got your gain knob, which boosts or attenuates the level of your incoming signal, so you can make it louder or softer. And then you've got your ceiling, which sets the absolute maximum level that the limiter will output. Whatever hits this limiter will not exceed the ceiling amount once the limiter is done with it. So typically people like to leave a little bit of headroom. They don't just put it on 0 dB, but you can change it to your taste. You can see in this meter the gain reduction taking place. As my ceiling is higher, there's no gain reduction at all. Then you've got this stereo switch over here, which toggles between stereo and left-right mode. This switch determines how the limiter treats peaks that occur on only one side of the stereo signal. In left-right mode, or LR mode, limiter functions as two separate limiters with independent limiting for each channel. So for instance, if now my right channel exceeds minus 8.81 dB but my left one doesn't, then in left-right mode, only my right channel is going to have the limiter apply compression. But in stereo mode, if any signal exceeds your ceiling, then it's just going to limit everything. It's important to note that LR mode allows limiter to apply more compression, but with some distortion of the stereo image. Then you've got your lookahead, and this lookahead chooser affects how quickly the limiter will respond to peaks that require compression. Shorter lookahead times allow for more compression, but with an increase in distortion, especially in the bass, so just listen out for that. Then you've got your release knob. At the moment it's grayed out because I've got auto release enabled, but if auto release is grayed out, I can set my release manually, and the release knob adjusts how quickly it takes for the limiter to return to normal operation after the signal falls below the ceiling. However, with auto enabled, limiter analyzes the incoming signal and sets an appropriate release time automatically. And then this meter gives a visual indication of how much gain reduction is being applied to the signal. Now, if you've put a limiter in your master track or on any track and you're thinking, great, I'm not going to clip, and then later on you add something else to it, say an EQ, and you're boosting a certain frequency, then at the end of the day you may actually still clip. So always make sure your limiter is at the end. And my personal word of advice is to just leave your mastering for the end. Don't now then play with the mixing or your sound design after you've mastered your track, because then you haven't actually mastered your track. So thanks for watching. I'm doing a video like this for all the audio effects, so I will see you next time.